Hey, you guys. Welcome back to my channel, Talk to Me Podcast 100. So if you haven't liked this video already, go ahead and hit the like button so it can go ahead and get us in the algorithm and get this video flowing so everyone can start reviewing and going over this case again. So this is the rewind of Kenneka Jenkins. Now, when this case dropped, this was a huge case, you guys. This was a viral case. Everyone wanted to be investigators. Everyone wanted to try to help find justice for this young lady. It was so much going on, so many conspiracy theories, so many different thoughts on what could have happened. So we're going to break this video down again, and let's see what really lies now that we have a little more experience on looking at different cases and creating our own thoughts and opinions. Let's do a rewind and see if there's anything that we missed, see if it's anything that we probably blew out of proportion, or if the facts are really there and, like I said, that the detectives just really overlooked this case, or it could have just been a true tragic accident. So let's get into it, you guys, okay? So first I'm gonna pull up the video. And this video is the one that basically gives the summary of the story. All right, so here we go.
And this was just released to us a few hours ago. This video shows Kenneka Jenkins walking into the kitchen, but we never see her entering the freezer. And tonight, that is why her family is not satisfied.
I'm just going to restart that, guys, just so we can get it clear.
And this was just released to us a few hours ago. This video shows Kenneka Jenkins walking into the kitchen, but we never see her entering the freezer. And tonight, that is why her family is not satisfied with the theory that she walked into the freezer on her own.
I want to see her literally actually walking into this freezer.
Kenneka Jenkins' mother wants to see it to believe it, but now we know that will not happen. According to the Crowne Plaza Hotel in Rosemont, there is no video of Kenneka Jenkins walking into a freezer.
Mourners left the park and walked to the FBI's Chicago office. They want the FBI to look into the case. Rosemont police released hours of video around the time Jenkins was at the hotel. Some of it shows her stumbling down a hallway and entering a kitchen, but she's not seen going into the freezer. The family believes there's a cover-up, and they want a federal investigation.
Somebody in that hotel had something to do with it.
She ain't just gonna let nobody hurt her.
We studied trying begging for help. The police department couldn't even help us. After they found my baby dead, they couldn't even help us. The bastards! They couldn't even help us.
Facebook was in a frenzy.
All right, you guys. Now, for those who don't really know this case or story, this did take place back in 2017. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a short context summary of it. So basically, there was a 19-year-old from Chicago, Illinois. Her name was Kenneka Jenkins. She was found unalive inside of a walk-in freezer at the Crowne Plaza Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois, after attending a party back in September 2017. Her death was ruled an accident by medical examiners that the cause of death was by hypothermia. They also found alcohol and a prescription medication in her system. Although her family and many online raised concerns about the circumstances surrounding her disappearance and death, and also the police investigation, which also led to a widespread of speculations and conspiracy theories, we're now going to dive back into this case again and see what it is that really lies within this story. All right. So what I did was I broke it down to where it'll be a little more easier to follow. So Kenneka had two sets of friends. She had a friend by the name of Zary Walls. Now, Zary Walls, we're going to get into her clip first. This is the girl that she was originally supposed to be with instead of being at the hotel party. They were supposed to go to the movies. So we're going to listen to her and her thoughts on what happened that night. And then we're going to come back and we're going to get it together and keep it moving, okay? All right, so let's play that clip with Zary. Let me just pull that up onto my screen share for you guys. All right, so here we go.
I'm ready to set it up. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm ready to get it to it. I ain't with any motherfucker up on this Facebook shit. I'm ready to get it to it. I don't give a fuck. You call me sus, bro. We was cool. We conversated. None of this shit. None of this shit. Cause y'all ass wrong. And y'all fake as hell on my grandma's grave. I'm laying up there and y'all fake as hell. Drove out here for a hotel party. Y'all ass can't drive. Drove out here for a protest, bro. For a protest. My motherfucker trying to get down on us, bro. Trying to make it seem like you didn't even shoot by herself. And y'all know she went by herself. Right, y'all was down. Exactly. And then the problem was, motherfucker lied about how long they left her in this house.
Let me say this real fast. I think she real. Zary Walls, she real. Because she said, what I have to say to you, Monifa, I'm going to message you. She ain't trying to get caught out there. She ain't trying to start no beef for fame. So, yeah, she real. About off that statement alone, I know she real. But let her finish what she was saying.
Always, G. If it was 2 minutes and it was quick, as y'all said it was, motherfuckers say it's their story and they stick it to it. If you feel me, if it was as quick as y'all seeing, how the fuck she get from one floor to another just dangling in the highway? If y'all was really looking for a motherfucker, bro, y'all would have bumped into her because she won't walk in that fast, bro. She won't walk in that fast and I'm feeling some type of way. And I ain't finna bite my tongue for no bitch. I don't give a fuck who my friend. I don't give a fuck who fuck with me neither. Fuck, that's all I'm saying though. Y'all ass ain't real, bro. And I wish I was there and on my grandma, I wish I was there. Because one thing we always said, no one gets left behind. I don't know what the fuck went wrong that night. I don't know what the fuck went wrong. I don't know what y'all ass was thinking, what y'all ass popped, what y'all was drinking. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Like, ain't no way here you finna tell me Nene like that liquor did. Nene like that, G. Like, you drink liquor so much to the point you get sleepy, you get tired, bro. She wasn't tired, she was moving, you see me? She was moving how she was moving, that ain't Nene, bro. I swear to God, and I know she ain't popping no pill, though, because a pill ain't finna let no liquor beat you, bro. It ain't finna do that. Like, I just feel like y'all ass know some shit. Every motherfucker on this motherfucker know some shit. Every motherfucker at that party know some shit, but y'all ain't saying shit, but it's cool, though. It's cool, though. Motherfuckers think they
And
gonna
see,
miss all.
let me just say this. That's why she wasn't at that party. Because they don't want nobody real like her at that party. You see what I'm saying? Fake recognize real. So that's why she wasn't there. Real recognize real and fake recognize real.
All these protests that pop up at a funeral, we're gonna pop up in the funeral and get y'all ass popped. Oh my grandma grave. Thinking you not gonna come to no protest? Think you gonna come to that funeral, bro, especially Irene, bro. Don't think your ass gonna walk up in that, bro. Oh my grandma's going up with Irene. I'm not playing, bro. I don't give no fuck what nobody say.
Now, please understand that I've seen Kenneka tag them and them tag Kenneka way before she died. These are people that knew her personally. These aren't just people like me and other YouTubers just talking about the case. These are people who knew her personally.
Y'all about to walk up in this funeral and it's just gonna be on back. You feel me? Don't try to support at the end, bro. You gotta go from beginning to end. It really ain't no answer. Nah, I had that shit on my cousin. It'll be a must for me to, you feel me? Make it to every protest, every event, with you. Every event. Me and Nene ain't been together in so long. It was our plan. It was like our plan to go to the movies to go see it that night, bro. But what she wanted to do was be a real friend and come through for you hoes, bro. She wanted to come through for you hoes. Our original plan, even Neef know this, bro. The original plan was to go to the movies to go see it. Y'all really want to be technical, bro. But the motherfucker kept calling her phone. You bogus as hell. You ain't coming to my hotel party. It's my birthday. Woo, all now your ass bogus as hell because you ain't coming to protest for her, but she bogus because she ain't coming to your motherfucking hotel party, bro. You bogus as hell because you ain't coming out here.
So that's proof right there that Kenneka really wasn't even just trying to go to it, but I guess they tried to make her feel some type of false guilt for not coming or something.
Try to help a motherfucker get justice for her. Fuck you talk about. Motherfuckers be real loud petty as fuck. And you the reason why the fuck she came to the hotel anyway. Cause she's supposed to went to the movies with us, baby. I ain't gonna fly. We supposed to have the girls there at the movies though. I don't know how the fuck the hotel party came up. I ain't gonna lie. Right. And I feel like a motherfucker wasn't supposed to left her. Like, the way she was in that hallway dangling like that, G, you could tell she was getting irritated waiting on the motherfucker because she kept moving, bro. And for a motherfucker to say it was quick, that 2 minute leak, it wasn't 2 minutes, bro. And I don't give no fuck how no motherfucker feel about this shit. And I don't trust no bitch, bro. And I don't give no fuck how no motherfucker feel out this motherfucker life. I don't give no fuck how motherfuckers feel. I really don't give no fuck, bro. Motherfucker get on Facebook, make sneak this, satisfy that. I really don't give no fuck. I don't need no friend, bro. Because if any motherfucker do something like that to their motherfucker best friend, they'll do that shit to any motherfucker body, bro. And I don't want no motherfucker around me until we get justice for Kenneka. Because the motherfucker supposed to be in this bitch right along with us, going to every motherfucking day. Do you see how many more? We got all this room in the back. I don't know, motherfucker. Ain't no motherfucker call my phone.
All right, so as y'all seen, she was really upset. And her name, again, you guys, is Zary Walls. So if you listen to what she was saying, Kenneka and her, and I'm assuming the other girl that's in this video, the live, they were supposed to go to the movies. I don't know if you guys remember, but back September the 8th, 2017 was the release date of the movie called It, the clown movie. So that was like a big, scary movie that was coming out that a lot of people was going to see. So you had to wonder what would make her change her mind from going to the movies to this party. And she really did not obviously want to even go to the party. She did it just because she didn't want them to, you know, be upset with her, and she wanted to please them. So it then boils down to, why did they want her at that party so bad? Why? Now, I do have maybe a reasoning. Maybe Kenneka, because Kenneka's mother was under the impression that she was still going to the movies. Her mother actually never knew that she was going to this hotel party. So she allowed Kenneka to get her vehicle. And she thought she was going to the movies with her vehicle. So maybe Kenneka, because they say, I did read up on her, and they said that her mom used to like pretty much give her everything or anything that she wanted. So they were probably using her for a ride. I heard also in the video, Zary Walls was saying how they caught a bus. People were catching buses to go to this hotel party. So the hotel party must not have been close range for them. So trying to get Kenneka to go ensured their travel, ensured their ride, ensured their transportation there. So that's what I'm picking up so far as to why they wanted Kenneka there so bad. Okay. All right. So now we just heard from Zary Walls. Now the next person we're going to hear from is the two guys that were actually at this party. It was a lot of speculations around them. It was a lot of suspicion around them as well. So like I said, we're just going to break this down piece by piece, and we're going to see what lies now, you know? Okay. So let's pull up the video of the two guys talking about what happened. And they were speaking with the guy by the name of Zach TV, who actually received a lot of backlash for reviewing or reporting on the Kenneka Jenkins case. You know, he actually lost his life, which people are speculating that it had something to do with him probing into this case, but we'll get into that later, okay? So now here is the guys that are speaking.
Last Friday, September 8th, who all was there?
Man, it was packed. It was a lot of people there, man.
Was Kenneka there when y'all got to the party?
Yeah, Kenneka was in there, man.
So she was already up?
Yeah, she was there.
How was she acting?
Happy, dancing. As soon as I walked in, I remember, I never forget, as soon as I walked in, she shorty. You acting funny, shorty? She like that big ass smile on her face, man. Smiling hard, man.
What was your relationship with Kenneka? Like, how did y'all know her?
My first time meeting him, man, that was like just my man's, man, my main man's. That was his girl, man. So like,
That was your man's girl?
It was my man's girl, man. My baby, that was my man's girl. So like my first time meeting that was a couple years ago, man. And by that being bro girl, it's always been utmost respect for.
Was your man at the party?
No, he wasn't at the party, man. He locked up.
Oh, free that guy.
Yeah, he actually just got out today.
What?
He got out today.
So how was it when he came? How was it when he came home to see that his girl was,
I know my boy. I mean, you know how he crushed, man. You know how that go, man.
Okay. Tell me this. So everybody is talking about the guy's part in that whole live video that Irene displayed. Who was, in a reflection of Irene glasses, it was a guy laid across the bed with the red sweater. Was that either one of you two?
No.
Okay. It was it was a conversation in the back. I know you guys got Facebook, so I know you heard the conversation what motherfucker was saying. Who did any one of you guys see anybody try to force themselves upon her?
Hell no.
So I'm gonna ask you. This Zach TV, I asked the crazy shit. I asked what the world want to know, bro. No disrespect intended. So nobody tried to rape.
Hell no.
Just began when Irene did that live.
It just started.
That's what she got on live before most of us started coming, right?
Okay. Since dude in the red sweater was on the bed laid, you know what I'm saying? You can see through the reflection of her glasses around 306 or whatever. That's the time in the video. Where were you approximately in that video?
Probably somewhere sitting on the other bed, probably standing up dancing anywhere. I don't know. Somewhere in the room.
So in that room, how many rooms was in this one room?
Just one.
So it was one room and so it was
one.
How many beds?
We walk in that bed in 2 beds right there.
A desk right there.
2 beds.
Bathroom to the left, bathroom to the right of you.
So it wasn't a suite, it was just a regular room.
Nah, I wasn't no suite, it was regular room.
Okay. And we know we in Chicago, y'all from out west, correct?
Yeah.
We know out west motherfuckers dance, they bop, right? They bop. Okay, so y'all was in that y'all was getting y'all thug thizzle on and shit, bop and having a nice time. Be real, this Zach TV, this for the streets, the hood sitting in. Y'all have some liquor. Okay. The motherfuckers have some weed. Was motherfuckers off Zans? Okay, y'all don't fuck. Okay, motherfuckers don't fuck with Zans. So, Kenneka, what was she drinking?
They drinking some Hen, I think.
Yeah, it was Henny. They had the big Henny out the bar.
Okay. How was she drinking her shit? Was she drinking her shit straight from the bottle or from the cup?
She had a little cup.
Okay, but then she eventually grabbed the bottle, right?
Yeah, she always said it. You know how we get. You know how everybody get down.
Was y'all like, damn, slow down, shorty, or was this her regular?
Yeah, that's how supposed to be getting in it. That's how we be on the room.
That's what sisters know. They know how they handle themselves.
Yeah, my friend was high. It was feeling good.
Yeah, they all, that's what sisters know. Just like how you drink, how we the guys, they that's little sister. They know, they weren't overdoing nothing like that. They just having a good time.
Have you ever saw Kenneka under the influence before?
Yeah, I seen on the influence.
We had parties and shit way before that.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So those were the 2 guys that were in the hotel room with them as well. Now, I believe they were trying to say that there were multiple rooms at this hotel, but that has not been confirmed on this channel, so I don't want to report that as well. But you heard in the story, the guy was saying that basically everybody was in there partying, everybody was in there drinking. Nothing seemed odd or suspicious to them. It's something that they normally do and hang out. They did come across nervous. They did come across like laughing and smiling in like a nervous, suspicious way. But you got to remember too, you guys, they're getting put on the spot. They're being accused as well by people. So they are a little nervous, And then one of the guys looked like he may be off something. I don't know what it is exactly. He kind of have like a little dead stare in his face at times with his mouth open. But I really don't want to speculate just yet. Let's get a little further in the story and then in this investigation case, I guess you could call what we're doing now. And we'll start to fill in a little bit more on what is missing. Okay. So again, let's recap. We done heard from Zary Walls. the real friends. That's what I like to call them. We done heard from these two guys as well that was at the party. Now, we do know Irene was also at this party. And Irene had some sunglasses on that was showing reflections of a few different things that were going on in the party. It was kind of hard to see, but some people were pausing and zooming in and caught, red jacket or a sweater. They seen Kenneka at one point. There was a lot of different things going on, okay? So when all of this was coming out, Irene was getting the most backlash. For one, it was her party. For two, they felt like she was seeing things and not saying nothing based off of what they were seeing in her glasses. So she was getting a lot of the backlash, So she was really upset about this. So she went live, and let's see what she had to say on this live right after everyone was pointing the fingers at her. Okay.
Y'all got me fucked up. First of all, Tiara time about something. If it wasn't for me, Kenneka be here. It won't be here. She'll still be here. Bitch, if it wasn't for Monifa, she'll still be here. Because if all my friends, 10 toes, if any of them drunk, I'm dropping them off. Right then and there, I'm not waiting. Fuck you talking about. Then, on top of that, I'm not leaving my friend unattended drunk. No way, no how, no form of fashion. No way, no how, no form of fashion. Fuck you talking about. And then you on this bitch cloud chasing Monifa. Stay talking about some they saying your name. Bitch, they ain't saying your name. They saying my name. My name being dragged in the dirt. I'm the motherfucker in the middle of this shit because of you. Fuck you talking about, bitch. You on here steady clout chasing. Ain't shit wrong with you, bitch. You want the clout. That's what you want. That's what you looking for. The clout. Ain't shit happened to you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Your name ain't been dragged in the dirt. None of that. It's me. Bitch, stay on here talking to me. If it wasn't for me, Kenneka still be here. Bitch, you left her drunk in the hallway by herself unattended, a fake ass friend. That's what you did. You left her unattended, and remind you told me out your own mouth, Monifa. Yeah, Kenneka gone. Where she go? I tell your ass, go look for her. How did you lose her? That was within 2 seconds. Within 2 seconds, did you go back? No. You stayed and party. Fuck you talking about. You got me fucked up. I'm not gonna keep hushing up for you bitches. Neither one of y'all. You and Maya left her, but hey, it's you right now. It's about you right now, Monifa. It's all about you right now. Fuck you talking about. Since you going making statuses and Tiara, I will beat your ass. I will beat the fuck out you. I don't want to talk to you, period. Ain't nothing to talk about. And then I try to get them to come back with me to the party. To go to the hotel to come search. Did neither one of them bitches come? No. Fuck you talking about. I went to the hotel by my motherfucking self and go help and look for my friend. Did y'all do it? No. Y'all stayed back to mess with me. I'm laughing at her. I'm laughing at the fact that you, Tiara, I'm laughing at you because you started yelling what you gonna do and ain't did shit. My window wide open and you ain't touching busting boo with your fake tough ass. Bitch, you ain't like that. Got me fucked up. That's what I was laughing at. You. That's what the laughing part come at. You. And I'm gonna laugh at you again. Next time I'm knocking your ass out. Fuck you time out. Fuck, bitch. It's that when I see you. I don't trust you. You hang with her enemies. Fuck you time out. She don't like them people, but you hang with them. Yeah, did you tell me you said fuck her? She grown. All that. No. No, you didn't. That's your friend. That's your best friend. You so hurt, but you hang with her enemies. I don't give a fuck. It ain't my beef, but I'll never talk to them people. You hanging with them people. You living with them people. I'm confused about you, baby. You got me fucked up. Fuck you talking about my loyalty lays with my friends. You the same person telling Bree don't call her mama. Yeah, don't call her mama, all that. Y'all trying to point the fingers at me. Got me fucked up. I'm 10 toes behind 20, 1,000 behind Kenneka. You got me fucked up. You tweaking. Fuck you talking about who? Mariah. She knew Kenneka ain't like Mariah, but she hanging with her. That's who. You know who, because you come. Then they took off. Monisha took off to being drunk. She was laying on me. And they get crazy, we get wild. Yeah, motherfucker know how I get. Ain't no motherfucker talk crazy yet. Ain't nobody gonna play with nobody. So, anyways, back to the party. We now she told me she finna get the phone. We watch bam. 2, not even 2.
All right. So that was Irene talking, and she was upset. She was upset because she was getting all the backlash, and she felt like, in all reality, Monifa should have been getting the backlash. It was her real best friend. You know, actually, Monifa and Kenneka had been friends since, I believe, the 3rd grade. So their friendship goes way back further than all of these other girls. So for you to leave your friend in that state, you do and you shall and you should take some type of responsibility for that. But again, that's just touching the surface of what is going on. So that is this, it gives you a little more context. So as we're getting further, it'll fill the pieces in a little bit more of the puzzle. All right. So we heard her say, you left her unattended in the hallway, which all of that will get explained as to how she got in the hallway and what was going on. Now, the next clip, you guys, this is the clip that I was telling you guys when I said that Irene had sunglasses on and you could see certain things. Now, the subtitles that are on this video, I don't 100% agree with, such as the part where she was screaming help. I did not hear that. Not only that, a few seconds later, you actually hear Kenneka talking. So if she was screaming help, that voice and the calmness and the way she was talking would not have came out. So I understand people were really tuned in to try to help and try to investigate, to try to get some type of resolution. But that to me did not come out of Kenneka's mouth. Okay, so let's go ahead and play the clip of Irene when she was in the room with one of the phones listening to music. And you also want to pay attention to the people that are on that bed, because in the video there is Irene on one bed, there is Monifa on the same bed as Irene, and it looks like Bree. All 3 of them and another guy in the back, all of them are on the same bed, which later on you'll hear Shmaya say where and how the seating arrangements was as well. So keep in mind, all of those people that I just named are in one bed, which leaves Kenneka and the rest on the opposite side of the bed, okay? So let's get into that video. What the fuck? Anisha ain't hit it. You dancing on for me? Check it out. Yeah. I am enjoying my
I'm telling you. What's up? You riding with me or what?
All right, so in that clip, you see again Irene going live. You hear her playing the music cutting in and out, and then you see the guy in the glasses. You hear someone say something to Kenneka. Then you hear Monifa say something to her. Then Kenneka's like, I'm not drunk. And then Monifa's like, well, basically, you need to get with the program because you're acting out of it. You're not looking like you having fun type of attitude, you know? So it's like at this point, Kenneka must have already started like being over it. She was over it already, okay? She was over this party already. Mind you, this was not her original plan. She only came because she felt bad. And everybody knows when you go to a party that you really don't want to be at, you stand there, you don't want to dance, you don't want to move really, you drink, but you really don't want to. And you partaking, like I said, even though you really don't want to be there. So she's giving them the impression that she does not want to be there. And again, I feel like they only drug her there and talked her into going because they needed her for transportation. That to me seems the most logic to me. All right. Now, so we broke all those down. We got the real friends, Zary Walls. We seen her reaction. We seen Irene's reaction to all of this after it took place. We seen the two guys that were at the party reaction that took place. Now, this is where it gets a little weird, okay? Because we know that there was a girl also there by the name of Shmaya. Now, Shmaya, Monifa, Bree, those are the main names that I am aware of, those girls. So, and Monifa, I don't know if I mentioned her, but yeah, so they're all there, right? Now, this is the last video that was seen with Kenneka. This is the video that Monifa and Kenneka both had in the bathroom together, and the last time that they seen her alive. Okay, guys?
You so
irritated.
You so
irritated. Play it one more time.
You so
irritated. And actually, I'm gonna play it again. You guys see on her wrist, she has a hair tie. She has a hair tie. She also has a belly button ring there. Irritated. Those are things. Hold on, let me pause it. Like I was saying, you see that she had a hair tie on. She had a belly button. And the other hand is supposed to have a watch on it. I can't really see it, but it's supposed to have a watch on that hand. Now, when they found Kenneka's body, when the medical examiners came in, they actually gave the mother back property that was off of Kenneka's body. And what they gave her was the hair tie, the belly button ring, and they gave her a watch that Kenneka was supposed to have on her wrist. So those play a key role too, a little bit into what we'll discuss further. But the last video, this here is going to put and glue all of the pieces together for us, okay? This girl in Shmaya, she is fit to walk us down from the beginning to the end of what happened that night, okay? Now, you guys have to pay very close attention to what she's saying, very close attention to the details on what you're about to watch in this video, because it's going to give you more a full layout, okay? So let's get into what Shmaya had to say about what happened that night. All right, let's check it out. Here we go.
We on your ass.
We at the hotel, we at the bam. We get the bam. Kenneka boyfriend in jail, so she already sliced that. So she like, shit, we ain't gonna stay for too long, but I'm trying to support Irene, cause shit, Irene gonna come to my shit even if she don't want to come to my shit, cause that's my friend. Bam. Now we in the now Kenneka and them, they pour their bottles. We at the bam. Now they pouring their cup through at the bin, woo woo. They drinking this shit. Now, motherfuckers get the comment. Now we like, now me and Kenneka, we looking at each other because we don't know these people that's walking in. It's a lot. It's this boy named Killer Party. It's both of their party because they threw a party together for their birthday. Bam. Now we all sitting up in the room. We're at the bam. Now that bitch getting real crowded. So we like, so we sitting there and shit. Now the party get over fucking crowded. A lot of motherfuckers coming. Erica, you can get the fuck on.
Fuck is you talking about? Now, a lot of motherfuckers get the comment and shit. And now Kenneka text me like, I'm ready to go.
Okay, well, wait a minute. Think about what Shmaya just said. She said that when they got there, Kenneka and them started drinking. And then at some point, it started to get crowded in there. Like it's getting thick up in that motherfucker, right? And at some point, some guys walk in and her and Kenneka exchanged a look as if to say like, who these niggas? Y'all know how it be. But she said it started to get real thick up in there. And that's when Kenneka sent her that text saying that she was ready to go. And that text came in at 1:20. We've covered this text many videos. And they use the UTC time on here. But we know that this text came in at 1:20. And what I couldn't understand was how the fuck they get there at 1:13 and the text is coming in at 1:20. In my mind, I'm thinking like, what the hell happened in 7 minutes? But if we listen to Shmaya and think about time, when Kenneka sent that text at 1:20 talking about she was ready to go, they had been there for a minute. Long enough to drink a little bit, for motherfuckers to start coming. Y'all watch the footage. It ain't like motherfuckers was on Kenneka and them heels going into this party. So what it sounded like to me is that they were already there. Some niggas came in. Kenneka wasn't comfortable with that shit. And she sent that text to Shmaya saying, I'm ready to go. And then listen to what Shmaya's response was after Kenneka sent her that text.
I'm like, I am too. Now we sitting there shit. Now we just sitting there, she getting drunk. Whoa.
Stop scrolling if your smile is suffering. Have you experienced any dental issues since starting Suboxone? Look, if you've been taking...
Sorry, y'all.
And Shmaya is absolutely correct. That's what she said. But her exact words were, me too. And I said it looked like his dick, little. That part always bothered me. Because in my mind, Kenneka, she ain't said nothing about no dick. So why would your response be that? That's always bothered me. Who the little dick nigga? Because what it sounded like to me is a group of guys came in, Kenneka wasn't feeling that shit. And at some point, she sends Shmaya a text saying, I'm ready to go. And it took Shmaya 38 minutes to respond back to Kenneka. 38 minutes.
Now she like, I need to take a nap because I'm too drunk. She like, I'm too drunk. I ain't going to be able to drive. Mad y'all, Bree gone. Bree got the keys. And now we sitting on the bed. Now Kenneka go on one bed. I'm on the other bed. I'm sitting right across from her. Me and Killer sitting next to each other. Kenneka sitting on the other bed across from us.
Based off of what Shmaya just told us, at some point after Kenneka sent that text at 1:20 talking about she was ready to go, at some point she told Shmaya she needed a nap. She was ready to lay the fuck down. And she told Shmaya that she was too drunk and she wasn't going to be able to drive. So I'm wondering if she told Shmaya that before or after Shmaya sent the text back to her talking about somebody with a little dick. You understand what I'm saying? And not only that, I think this little exchange came around the same time Irene told us this.
She hit the lamp, bed, sleep. She sleep on the bed.
Y'all remember that story from the beginning? Irene told us that Kenneka bumped into the lamp and then she laid her ass down on that bed. That's why I think all this happened around the same time. Matter of fact, I think it happened after Kenneka told Shmaya she was too drunk and that she needed a nap. So at this moment, Kenneka is laying on the bed. Keep that in mind. I wonder if this is also around the same time we can hear Monifa's ass in the background talking to Kenneka.
Yeah.
I'm not drunk. You do have to enjoy yourself. I am enjoying myself.
I mean, we all remember that. In the background, you could hear Monifa say some shit like, come outside, or let's go outside, you drunk. And Kenneka say, I'm not drunk. And then Monifa then says, you ain't got to be drunk, but at least enjoy yourself. And that's when you hear Kenneka say, I am enjoying myself. What you talking about? And Monifa like, I don't see it. I don't see it. And I never understood why she was on Kenneka so heavy. And, I always thought like, well, what made her think Kenneka was not enjoying herself? And I'm like, after listening to Shmaya, I'm like, she was laying on the bed. I mean, just a thought. But whatever it was, Monifa was adamant about getting Kenneka out that room. That's just what it seems like to me. She talking about come outside, go, let's go outside. You drunk and all this. Like, at that very moment, she's trying to get Kenneka outside the room. And then also pay attention to the seating arrangements. Shmaya said Kenneka sat on one bed and that her and Killer sat across from Kenneka on another bed. So Shmaya is sitting next to Killer. Look at what happened after that.
Now I'm looking at my phone or whatever. I ain't paying attention no more. I feel a feet kick my feet. Now I look up, Kenneka gone. Now I ask Irene, where Kenneka go? She walked out the room with Monifa.
So while I'm assuming Kenneka is laying across the bed, Shmaya said she stopped paying attention. She said she had her phone. But it wasn't until somebody kicked her feet that she looked up and then asked Irene, where's Kenneka? And Irene said, she just left with Monifa. She just left out with Monifa. Couple things. The fact that Shmaya told us that somebody kicked her feet and it wasn't until then she looked up and realized Kenneka wasn't there, that made me feel like somebody was trying to get her motherfucking attention. Nah, nigga, kick your feet, as if to say, look. Somebody kicked her feet, and then she looked up, realized Kenneka was gone, and asked Irene where she was. So I'm wondering, like, who the fuck kicked her feet? Who was trying to get her attention? I mean, she told us she was sitting right next to Killer, so was Killer trying to get her attention? Or was Monifa trying to get her attention? What don't make sense to me is the fact that they left the room and didn't tell Shmaya. Because I'm under the impression that they're leaving. So why y'all didn't tell Shmaya? And how did Kenneka get out the room? From the very beginning, Irene told us this.
Right.
Monifa come pick her up.
So Monifa took her outside the room.
Yeah. Here we go, another commercial, y'all. Hold on.
How did Ella's become the best bakery in town? It all started with one smart decision.
Welcome in.
Sorry about the ads.
And almost 3 years later, she's still screaming the same shit.
Then they took her. Monifa took her off to being drunk. She was laying on me. This was my plan, to leave her sleep so she could, because Bree was gone. So I said, leave her right there. I said, leave her right there sleep because Bree gone. So who the fuck gonna drive y'all home? That's not safe to drive drunk. She was asleep. Monifa wanted to go because I played the up ass song, I guess. Whatever the fuck the case may be, they want to go.
So Kenneka laid down and Monifa picked her up and took her out the room. And I don't think Monifa physically picked her up, but I think that Kenneka needed help leaving the room. She done already told Shmaya she too drunk. She drunk as hell. So it makes sense to me that she would need help leaving the room. And Monifa helped her. But what I don't understand is Irene was under the impression that they were about to go because she played some music or whatever that Monifa didn't like. So it seems like to me, Monifa got an attitude, okay? She on Kenneka ass. She mad about the music being played. If they were leaving, why not tell Shmaya? You understand what I'm saying? Why not tell Shmaya? She came with y'all. She was going to leave with y'all too, right? Why the fuck didn't Monifa let Shmaya know what was going on? And most importantly, how the fuck were they going to leave when Bree was gone with the keys? We've been asking that. So where did Monifa think they were going? With no keys. Yeah. But let's listen to what happened after Monifa takes her out the room.
Damn. Once she walk out the room, Monifa, I walk out the what's wrong? She sitting on the ground or whatever. She got her legs up and she got her head between her legs. So I'm like, what's wrong too? What's wrong? She like, I'm just ready to go. I want to go home. My mom like, I'm ready to go. I'm like, what's wrong though? Like, what's the matter? I'm like, we can leave. She like, well, my phone. I don't know what you do with your phone. She like, Irene got it. It's on the radio. Damn, I'm but where my keys? I'm like, I don't know where your keys at. She like, Bree got my keys. So I'm like, how we finna go anyway? She like, I don't want to go back in the room. I'm just ready to go.
So by the time Shmaya gets out into the hallway, Kenneka is sitting down with her legs up and her head in between her legs. She out there sitting in the hallway like this, which made Shmaya ask her what was wrong. Okay? Now, we all remember that narrative from the beginning. They, told us like, oh, Kenneka was already, sad because her boyfriend was locked up talking about Rico. And that Kenneka was in her feelings about this shit. But what I don't understand is she went from laying down to being taken out into this hallway and then sitting down. I mean, why didn't Monifa just leave her laying down? If you was only going to get her out into the hallway to let her sit the fuck down. Y'all understand what I'm saying? That part makes no sense to me. And Shmaya told us that Kenneka was aware enough to know Irene had her phone and that Bree had her motherfucking keys. She knew this. But for whatever reason, once Monifa got her out into this hallway, Kenneka did not want to go back into that room. I wonder why. She told Shmaya she wanted to go home to her mama. She didn't want to go back in that room. So let's listen to what happened after that.
Bam, just stay right here. I'm finna go grab your phone. I wrote mail and shit. I'm called Junior on my granny grave. I could drop dead right now. Everything I love. My brother could fall out the sky dead and all. On everything I love, I could roll in my grave. Bro, I walked in the room. I'm talking to Irene. Irene like, you finna go? Y'all finna go? Yeah. She like, I'm finna, she like, y'all finna go? I'm like, yeah. She like, all right, I love y'all. Be safe. We're at the bim. I turn around. I look. Nifa behind me. Kenneka ain't out there no more. I'm like, where she at? She like, she ain't in the highway no more. Where the bim? Don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna fly. Nifa was drunk. All of them was drunk. But at the same time, Nifa wasn't acting over super drunk, like she's so fucking lost in the sauce type of drunk. So I'm thinking, okay, cool, she cool. She can stand right here with her.
So Shmaya leaves Kenneka in the hallway with Monifa. I mean, that's the way she made it sound. Like when she went back into the room, Monifa and Kenneka was still in the hallway. So she goes into the room. She asks Irene for Kenneka's phone. And that's when Irene was like, y'all about to go? And she like, yeah. Now, Irene told us that shit in the beginning.
We're the healers and the helpers. This is who we are. We show.
These ads don't play, y'all.
The $6 meal deal is here. It starts with Dunkin's Legendary Coffee, a toasty, melty bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich.
They enter it like to get her phone. Maya like, give me her phone. I'm like, y'all finna go. She yeah. Come me and Monifa like, Kenneka gone. Kenneka gone.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah. Whoa. Hold on. Shmaya said that when she got back into the room to get Kenneka's phone, when she turned around, Monifa standing there like, Kenneka gone. And Shmaya like, what the fuck you mean she gone? She gone. And we don't know how much time they spent out in this hallway, but let Irene and them tell it. They wasn't out there that long.
That's what I'm like, how she going that fast though? That's what I'm saying, y'all. Just like 30 seconds, I'll say. Left while I put her. Come back in, whatever. 30 seconds. She gone.
What happened out in that hallway? Now, if we just look at time, let's just look at time right now. At about 2:17, remember that Snapchat from Monifa? This came in at 2:17. We had Irene telling us that Kenneka left that room at about 2-something. Then we had the girls calling Miss Teresa at 4:30 in the morning and telling Miss Teresa that at that point, Kenneka had already been missing for 2 hours. 2, which would have took it back to 2:30. And then remember, Bree left at 2:26. Then there was a noise complaint that came in at 2:30. And the security guard said that when he got up to room 926, it was 2 niggas standing outside the door. Remember? That was at about 2:30. So what happened? We're missing something. We're missing something in between. But Kenneka gone. Don't nobody know where the fuck she is.
So I looked out in the hallway. I look on both ends. I'm damn, Kenneka really gone. What the fuck? So I look at the elevator. It ain't no numbers or shit on the elevator. The elevator don't say if it's going up or if it's going down. So I walk back in the room. I'm like, shit, Kenneka missing. Motherfuckers thought we was playing though. Like, motherfuckers ain't take that shit serious at all, so they continue doing what they doing. So shit, I walked out the room. Once I walked out the room, shit, I was looking for her on my own. Then that's once Nifa came with me. We was on the elevators. We was looking for her. Once we got to looking for her, we went back to the room. We said it again. That's once motherfuckers started walking out that bitch. Now we thinking like, damn, okay, they finna help us. Oh, my grandma motherfuckers got to leaving. Ain't no motherfucking help with shit. Only Irene them got to looking. Then I guess they got scared shit. Like, they thought a motherfucker was playing for real. And everybody left.
So Shmaya is saying that when it finally dawned on her ass that Kenneka was actually missing, she said that she started to look for her. Then at some point, Monifa joined in, helping her. And they couldn't find her. So she said that she tell motherfuckers in the room, like, look, Kenneka missing. And motherfuckers weren't taking them serious. But don't forget about what Irene said.
And remind you, you told me out your own mouth, Monifa, Kenneka gone. Where she go? I tell your ass, go look for her. How did you lose her? That was within 2 seconds. Within 2 seconds, did you go back? No. You stayed and party. Fuck you talking about. You got me fucked up. I'm not finna keep hushing up for you bitches. Neither one of y'all. You and Maya left her, but it's you right now. It's about you right now, Monifa. It's all about you right now.
So that's why people didn't take them serious. Because Monifa and them kept partying. I mean, that makes sense to me, especially if there was no sense of urgency or panic. Niggas kept partying. But don't forget that There was a call made down to the front desk about 3 girls walking around on the 9th floor. And the security guard said that when he went up to the floor and made contact with those 3 girls, he told them that they were either to go down to the lobby or take their ass back in the room. They took their ass back in the room. This about 3:30. But then we don't see them in the lobby footage looking for Kenneka until about 3:50, almost 4 o'clock. We saw Bree bring her little hot ass back in at 3:30.
Here's to perfectly imperfect holidays. Bells, Florida.
Hey guys, welcome to my new video, and today I want to show you how to create the scrolling parallax effect that
She's coming through the front lobby at 3:30. And while she's coming through the lobby, they want us to believe that Kenneka was walking all around this lower level headed toward the freezer. So they want me to believe that Kenneka went from laying down to sitting down and then walking all around that motherfucker. No, she ain't did that. She ain't did that. Especially with no help. They even told us she went up these steps. We called bogus from day one. But you know, it is what it is. Monifa and them did this little fake ass search. Remember we got Monifa checking closet doors and shit. You know? And at some point, somebody had to call Miss Teresa.
I called her mama. Her mama said, her mama exact words was, "Bring me my car." That's what I'm saying.
We got it, Shmaya. But the question is, do we believe you? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Is this how this all went down? Because if there's any truth to it, Monifa looking real bad out here. Real bad.
It was my daughter that I didn't know until 4:34 in the morning that she was missing. And when the person called me, they told me, "Mom, they mad at me because they didn't want me to call you and tell you that your daughter was missing." And then when I asked them, "What? You didn't tell me now, Tab, that my daughter, y'all had her phone. But when I told y'all, please don't leave my baby." And when I heard a bastard say, "No, fuck that shit. I'm ready to go wild course," I knew we had our heads in the lion's mouth. And the only way we could get it out is if we ease it out. So I knew y'all was out there doing whatever y'all was doing. So the only reason why I asked y'all, just calm down. Be patient. My biggest purpose was to find my daughter. And I told y'all before I dropped y'all off, please, this is no time to be lying. Tell me the truth, please. And y'all told me nothing.
I'm not trying to hear shit nobody saying, and I ain't even pointing no fingers at Monifa.
Now, whole time, but Maya saying she feel like Monifa might have something to do with it. You feel me? You gotta see the game. Monifa is the only one that knows what's going on.
We on your ass.
All right, so that is Shmaya's version of what happened, and it kind of fills in the pieces a lot more to what really happened that night, right? So if we kind of break down what she was saying, around 1:20, Kenneka texts and says she's ready to go. As we know, they left to go to the party around 11 something. So I'm not sure how long it takes to drive and get there, but they had time enough to have some drinks and start partying. As they say, the party did not really start until Irene went live, and that's when we started seeing the people in the background. That was the beginning of the party when people started coming in. At that time, Bree was still there, as we seen her sitting on the bed next to Irene, right? So she goes and she does a Snapchat with Monifa around 2:17 that morning. So when she does the live, she seems in good spirits. Now, I don't know if Kenneka told someone that she was having a headache and that, or a migraine, and someone there gave her something for a headache or a migraine. She had no controlled substance in her body. For all the people that said she was drugged, there was no controlled substance or narcotics in her system, okay? So the medication that she had in her system was something right here by the name, and I know I'm gonna probably butcher the name of it, but it's called topiramate. So this topiramate is used to treat and prevent seizures, but it also can prevent migraine headaches. As you see, it says may treat epilepsy, migraines, bipolar disorder, and another line there, right? So the side effects to this, you see all the ones listed. The one at the bottom, the hypoesthesia, that's the one I want you to pay attention to. Now, again, you see her saying she's not feeling well. She just wants to lay down. At the quick facts, you see where it says alcohol, avoid, very serious interactions can occur. Availability, prescription required. So that's why at the beginning it said that she had alcohol and prescription medication in her system. Again, it was not a narcotic. So I believe Kenneka came to this party around 1 something. She texted she was ready to go, right? She wasn't feeling the party. We see her at 2:17 on the live video with Monifa. She seems in good spirits then. Everyone knows it takes roughly between 30 minutes or more for any medication that you take to take any effect in your body, right? So I'm thinking maybe around the 1:20 something when she's ready to go and she's talking to everybody, if she's telling them that she has a headache, and someone who has this prescription who knows it can also treat migraines, even though a migraine headache is different from a regular headache. There's actually certain medications that you take when you have migraines, you know, and again, it's not your ordinary Tylenol or ibuprofen. It's something totally different. So I want to know who has a history of epilepsy at this party, or who has a history of either bipolar disorder or migraines, because they are the more likely suspect to who had given her this. And it could have been harmless. It could have been harmless. Everyone knows sometimes if you're at work and you have a headache and you ask your friend, hey, you got something for a headache? I'm not feeling good. And then oh yeah, I got Tylenol. Oh, I got ibuprofen. Oh, I got this. It's not for headaches, it's for migraines, but it should work too, you know? So let's now look into what the word hypoesthesia, what I was telling you about. It is a medical term that refers to a partial or total loss of sensation in part of the body, such as a reduced sense of touch, pain, temperature, or vibration. Hyposthesia can be caused by a number of things, including nerve conditions, medication side effects, which I told you this was one of the side effects. Okay. Nutrient deficiency, reduced blood flow, infection, spinal cord injury, stroke. We know that was none of the concerns with Kenneka. The main one that I want to focus on is the medication side effects when it comes to the hyposthesia, because the main one is telling you is you will lose your sense or reduced sense of touch, pain, or temperature. It can also feel like a tingling sensation, right? So then we also have, does it affect you? How does it affect your body, like your temperature, right? So this medication actually does affect your temperature, and it can cause what? Hypothermia. It lowers your body temperature. It says hypothermia lowers your body temperature, right? And it's been reported with and without, I don't want to butcher that word, hyperemia during taking that medication. So the medication, topiramate, that's the name, I'm sorry. It can have side effects that can cause you to end up sweating less, but cause your body temperature to increase. So you have to think, she's taking a medication that she does not take, that is not prescribed to her. And this medication has side effects to it if you drink alcohol, right? And all of the side effects that it's giving you is telling you all of the things that can happen. And if you taking alcohol with it, you're now doubling all of these things that can go wrong with your body, right? So I'm just really stuck on, did she take something for a headache? This medication right here. And the medication end up causing her to basically be out of it. It can cause dizziness, you guys. It can cause loss and confusion. A lot of people don't know that about this medication. Go ahead and look it up if you don't believe me. But matter of fact, let me see if I can pull up. I want to see if I can pull up to where it shows you guys that this medicine can actually cause your body to, you could really receive, like, let me see, like the confusion part of it. You'll be lost, stumbling. If you take it at a either higher dosage than what you're prescribed, or if you're not prescribed it, it can happen. You can receive a lot of bad side effects from a lot of medication if it's something that's not prescribed to you, something that your body is not prone to using or used to. And I know for a fact, I read it and I seen it and I thought I clipped it, but I must have didn't. But okay. All right, so let me try to share this page with you guys. All right, so this here is just going to show us a more detailed version, and it's letting us know here, let me go up, that is very common that it can cause dizziness as well, you know? So it can cause fatigue. She was very tired, depression. She's already upset that her guy friend is incarcerated. So they said that she was going through that and feeling sad and upset about that as well. Overdosage to that, it could be chronic or any chronic exposure to it. It says overdose may result in hallucinations. Substance-related fatal overdose. The most common overdose is dilated pupils, dizziness, abnormal or uncoordinated body movements. Remember that, guys? So a lot of what we were seeing with her in that video, with her walking and stumbling, that didn't come from the alcohol itself alone. It came with the side effects from the medication topiramate. And again, that's used to treat epilepsy and migraines. So if she told someone she was having a headache or didn't feel good and they gave her that thinking it'll cheer her up, her head will feel better, she'll be okay. But instead, it did the opposite. Now, everyone knows that you're technically reliable and responsible if you give something to someone and something happens from that medication, regardless of whether it was intentional, regardless of whether it was accidental. You don't give anyone your prescribed medication because you don't know what it may have, what effects it may have on someone else, right? So we've seen Shmaya say that Kenneka had to be helped out of the room. Monifa had to kind of help her out of the room. And everyone's saying, why did she take her out of the room? Why did she take her out of the room when she just wanted to lay down and rest? Maybe it was a lot going on. As you seen, Kenneka did tell them she didn't want to go back in that room. And we heard there was a lot of people at that party. Imagine a young female who's very beautiful, has a nice shape. She has really only a bikini top underneath her jacket, and she's laid out on the bed out of it. That's not a good look for your friend. So I know a lot of people was mad that Monifa took her out of that room, but at the same time, I would have wanted my friend out of that room too if I seen harm coming to her or people were trying her or trying to make a move on her. And in the state that she was in, that wouldn't have been good, So I don't know if that's why she pulled her out of the room and she sat her down or she sat down herself because she, at this point, was probably dizzy. The side effects were kicking in more because she had the alcohol. So everything is doubled, you guys. So whatever normal side effects she would have had from it has now been doubled because she has alcohol in her system as well. On top of the fact that this is not a medication that's prescribed to her. So it says it will cause hallucinations. It will cause a lot of different things that can go wrong. So she probably was acting way out of character, probably saying some things that was way probably out of character for her. And when they came out there to talk to her, I don't believe Monifa took her out the room as in they were leaving. That's why they did not tell Maya that they were leaving. I think it was more like, I'm taking you out for a minute to see what's up, get your head together, let you know you looking crazy out here, girl. You laying in the bed, people sleeping, this a party. Like, what is you doing? And Kenneka at this point is out of it. She's not even in her right state of mind at this point. So when Maya comes out then, and now it's all three of them in the hallway, at this point, they're probably like, you know what? It's best to just go. It's just to go because she's over here acting like this and that. And they probably thought she was being dramatic. They probably really thought she was being dramatic. I don't know if they are the ones who gave her the medication for the headache, thinking that it was for a headache, or what, or someone else. But when Shmaya went back in there to get the phone from Irene, because it was Kenneka's phone that was playing the music at the party, Irene had her phone on live that she was going live with, but the music that was coming in the background was from Kenneka's phone. Okay. So when Shmaya went back inside to get the phone from Irene, she's talking to her, and she left Monifa and Kenneka outside. Now, Monifa could have just got agitated and aggravated with Kenneka in the way she was acting and walked off and was like, you know what, and walked off. Or Kenneka could have said, you know what, I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna go. Y'all don't want to leave with me. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna find my way out of here. I'm gonna find Bree. I'm gonna do something, because remember, Bree left. Bree had left the party already around 2:30ish. So Bree probably left out the room before Kenneka was even taken out of the room by Monifa. So in Kenneka's mind is, I just need to find Bree and get my keys so I can go. Y'all don't have to come with me. Y'all ain't gotta help me look. If y'all don't want to go, y'all stay here. I'm finna get her and go. And she left. And Monifa was like, you know what? I ain't finna chase her, because for one, she's drunk. She can't find her way around here. She'll be back up here. She can't go nowhere. Bree got her keys. So where is she gonna go? And my thought is, did Bree take the mom car to go somewhere? Is that why she had Kenneka's keys the whole time? Did Kenneka give her permission to leave in her mom's car and was supposed to come back and was taking a long time? We don't know. We don't know. But what we do know is Monifa allowed Kenneka to walk away from her, is what I believe happened. And Kenneka said in her mind, she finna go find Bree herself. And this is a 9-story hotel, you guys. 9 stories. So it's easy to get lost. It's easy to be on one floor and they're on another floor. So I know how it kind of sounded. And the fact that they were saying 2 seconds and 30 seconds, it was only 2 seconds and 30 seconds. I don't believe it was that. We have a lot of people that are bad with time management. A lot of people who will not quote the correct time. So also, they were also drunk and had been on other things. So I believe their timing was a little off as far as to how long it was before this and before that, in my opinion. But even if it wasn't, like I said, even if it was for a second, the split second from Shmaya going in to get her phone and Monifa and Kenneka out there, whatever triggered Kenneka made her say, I'm finna go find it myself. I'm finna go find Bree and get my keys myself. That's what I think happened. So at this time, Kenneka's gone. And Monifa then went and basically told Irene and told Shmaya she's gone. She's gone. And I believe that's when Monifa made that comment that Irene said in that video. And she was like, and what did you say? You said she's grown. F her, she grown. So I believe that was a more like, she's grown. Let her go. She want to go, she can go. She want to go find Bree, let her go. And in their minds, well, in Monifa's mind, I don't believe she thought that she was going to find Bree. She was drunk, walking the halls. She'll be back up here. Where can she go without keys? So they continued to party. And it wasn't until the party was over around 3:30 that they realized Kenneka has not been back up here. And Bree's not back. So I know she couldn't have left. So she must really be missing somewhere. And I know she's been drunk and drinking. So let's go find her now. Everybody is now looking for her. Everybody's on this floor, that floor. Now the security's coming them, letting them know, like, y'all can't be walking the halls like this, because, you know, it doesn't look good. To me, I feel like the hotel was one of those hotels that everybody knows in an area that will allow a party or allow certain things, but it comes with certain stipulations, like y'all can't just be hanging out and about type of thing. Like, if you're going to have your party, you have your party and keep it in and keep it on your level, and whatever level you want. Don't bring it spilling all out, because that's when we're going to have to shut it down. That's when you're going to have to leave. So I believe that once they went looking for her and the security seen them on cameras all through the halls, everyone searching through the halls, they made them go back in the room. And they told the security that she was missing, so they say. But again, how serious are you going to take someone saying that someone's missing when you know you have a whole party going on? And as they stated, these were 2 different people's parties. So you have 2 different audiences or crowds here. You don't know who this person could have went off with or left. Kenneka in their minds could have went with another guy, speaking from the security's point of view, or she could have left. they're not alarmingly thinking at that moment someone's missing in their hotel. So I feel like at that point, Kenneka's stumbling the halls. The side effects are in full effect. The dizziness, the unsteadiness, the way she's walking, everything on top of the alcohol is hitting her hard, but she still has consciousness. Everyone still has reflexes. Remember that, guys. So when you see her hit the bar and she kind of grabs it, she grabs it because she feels that her body is about to fall. There's still reflexes. Your body still have reflexes. Even if someone passes away, their body will give you a little reflex if their life has been taken, should I say. If their life has been taken, they'll still give off a reflex. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like her body was still producing reflexes. So when we seen those stairs with her going down, that's very much possibility that she could have, because like I said, the medication is taking effect at this time, but it has not completely exalted her. So she's still able to speak. She's still able to kind of move, but everything is just disoriented for her. So I believe she did make her way down to that kitchen. You seen her stop at one point to go to the bathroom. She could have put water on her face at that point, because I told you sometimes it will increase your body temperature. So maybe she's hot, but she's not sweating hot, you guys. So everyone's thinking, oh, if she was burning up hot, she would have took her jacket off. Everybody has a fever, right? If you catch a fever, you don't sweat most of the time. Sometimes you don't really sweat. Your body temperature is just high rise. And sometimes you get the chills. It's like different things for different people. And at this time, I feel like she made it to the kitchen. I don't know. The only thing I'm unaware of or unsure of, if they're saying the refrigerator or the freezer was off and unplugged or turned off, however, if she made that conscious decision to turn it on, and if she did, was it because she was hot? Was it because her body was hot from the inside and she needed air? She needed to feel air. She felt herself not feeling right. And she's alone. She has nobody to call. There's no door to the outs. There's no way for her to do anything except for try to wake herself up or come to her senses. But like I said, it even says it caused hallucinations. So we don't know what the true reasoning was that she walked into that freezer. But what I do know is the police released 30 plus hours of footage. And the only way that things could have been changed if it was someone who worked at that hotel who was actually a part of the scenario, such as her friends. Like if Monifa had a prior working at that hotel, or Maya or Irene or one of the guys, then we'll be talking about a different story when it comes to alteration to a video. Or if the security guy had something to do with it, he will be the probable suspect to be able to weave in out a security system of footage. He will be the only one that will have the experience to cast out another person in that video, right? But if it's not the security, then she most definitely walked down there by herself, guys. I know that's not something that you wanted to hear, but I truly feel that if we don't have no evidence that the security himself edited that footage before it was downloaded and given to the police, it will be very hard to say that someone else did that when they released 30 plus hours of footage, which means that it would have showed any and everything leading up to it as well as during and after, right? So now we have her entering into the freezer. Now everyone's saying, oh, how could she open that door? Or even if she went in, she could have gotten herself out. Remember, guys, the freezer is off. So if she did turn it on to receive some type of air or some type of breeze because her body is burning from the inside, from the medication, along with the alcohol, then she closes that door. Now, my question is why she would close it. I don't know, because then it will leave her in the pitch black. I don't know if it was one of the doors. If you open it and walk in, it closes behind you. Those are questions and things that the police really did not break down to the public. So that's why it's such a wide speculation when it comes to that freezer. But if she got into that freezer, that medication that she was also on, I don't know if the clips that I have says it or states it. Let me see. But it will basically cause you to go unconscious. That medication can cause you to completely go unconscious at the end with the hypothermia, with the hypomnesia as well that we were speaking about, hypothesia. So she could have also just lost consciousness once she sat down and her body completely relaxed. She's sitting down to feel the air and get relaxed, but her body is actually losing consciousness is what's happening. And then she goes unconscious, which can also slip her into a coma. And if that happens and she falls asleep in that freezer after she didn't turn it on to feel some type of air, there's no way she can come unconscious, you guys, and press the release button. Because at that point, her body has completely shut down. It has completely shut down. So although that there is a way out from a release button, which if her vision is blurry, she's disoriented already, it will be hard to gravitate that and put it in senses that push this button or release this button, however it is. Her mind is not in the right state at this point. So if she lost consciousness, she probably, when she came back to her consciousness, was fighting it, trying to fight herself and getting herself out of that situation and freaking out, causing hallucinations. When you see the shoe off her foot, you see the way her hair is in her hands, it's like she's fighting herself, not no one else. And then you have her mom coming to the scene. They called her mom after around 4:30. So at this point, it's been an hour. They call her mom there. Her mom's there at the hotel making a big scene because at this point, no one has found her daughter. And the person with her vehicle and keys is still there, and her car is still there, and her phone is still with the other friend. So they know she did not leave this hotel. So where could she be? The hotel is negligent for not fully investigating or having the police investigate their hotel is in its entirety, because it wasn't until, like I said, the party started September the 8th. Everyone knows after midnight, that's the next day, the 9th. Her body was not found until 21 hours later, which 3 more hours would have put them into September the 10th, right? So it took so long because the police itself had to do their thorough investigation. The hotel is under the impression that this area is restricted and out of bounds and no one would be going here. So that's not an area that they themselves looked at. But the police, who has to look thoroughly through the whole building, is how they located it, right? So at this point, the mom, the next day, I say the next day, but it was technically September the 10th that her body was located. I'm sorry, September the 9th later on going into September the 10th that her body was located. And it shows the crime scene as, and you can't even say crime scene, because you guys, a normal crime scene, they would have taped it off. They would have the yellow tape around the whole thing. They would have had gloves on their arms. They would have had the little suits on their bodies. They would have had protection wear to make sure that they plotted that scene correctly. They protected that scene by all means necessary. But there's a footage, which I do not have that clip, you guys, because they have a commentary in there that I don't fully agree with. And it will cause a wide load of more speculation. So I did not clip that. But in the clip, it basically shows the coroner coming in with his assistant. They walk in, they see the body, they come back out. The police go as well, again, because the police were there first and they called the coroners there. But in the clip, we're seeing the coroners, the police, they're walking back and forth. No one has any gloves on. No one has any protection wear on. No one has roped this scene off as a crime scene. Nothing, you guys. So they had already come to assumption already before any reports came back out, before they knew what all was in her system, before they knew if any foul play had taken place. They are automatically deemed this as an accident. And that will come back to bite them in the end. But yes, they did. They automatically deemed it as an accident, which even if it was, you always supposed to treat every crime scene as if something tragic has happened. Now, if it comes down later that it's an accident, wonderful. But you miss key components when you don't prosecute it as such first, you know? So you see also they have like bottles and coffee cups sitting all on the edge. We don't know, I would say we don't know who coffee cups those are, but I'm assuming that because the police were there in the corners, they would say that was theirs. I'm not sure. But it would just soothe all of the thoughts and the conspiracies if they would have fully and thoroughly did this investigation and showed the public that they were actually trying to investigate it even further, even if it came down to being the same results as an accident. You know, this case was a viral sensation through the whole social media at the time. I believe it was just Facebook. So everyone was going crazy on there. Now there's a clip that two women did regarding this case afterwards. And let's see what they had to say as far as what people thought with their conspiracies and what could have actually happened or not happened. Okay. So let's pull that up.
If you notice, there were cameras in the kitchen, right? The cameras that face the freezer were mysteriously not working that day, but yet all the other cameras in the kitchen were working. So the video that you saw, it does not show anyone going into the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why this comes up is because Teresa was told that there were no cameras that pointed to the freezer. However, she says that when she was there, she said that she clearly saw cameras that faced the freezer. So she believed that someone was lying. And why would someone lie about this?
That's interesting.
Again, these web sleuths, if you look at the video, it almost looks as if there's like an invisible person holding up Kenneka. You know, at some point, like she like goes all the way back and then forward, or she stumbles. Like this seems a little outrageous, but some people speculate that there was someone else actually in the video with her and someone doctored the video to take out someone. Now, if you watch these videos with that in mind, you can kind of see it. But again,
now you just told me it's in my mind, so I probably will think that. But had you not, I wonder if I would have thought that. That seems like that would have to be someone pretty advanced in doctoring.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that if this was a crime, it was not a premeditated one, and that would be some coincidence to have someone involved who could doctor a video to that extreme. So I'm going to say that's probably not the case.
But if you remember all those years ago when we were watching the video in our office, the reason I was watching it is because I had read this conspiracy theory about, you know, is there someone who is removed from this video?
Right.
And if you look at it through that lens, you can really see it.
Okay.
Right. But an expert analyzed the files that were sent to the police, saying that the files would not have been able to be downloaded and viewed if they had been tampered with. So the probability of the footage having been deleted or edited is pretty low.
All right, guys, so you heard that? Now, remember when I said the only person that could have altered this would have been the security guy, which an expert has already stated after reviewing the footage that there's no alterations, there's no foul play when it comes to the editing of this video that was given to the police. So in my opinion, that excludes him, right? So I'm going to put up this banner here, and I want you to drop below your thoughts, A, B, C, or D. We have A. If you believe her friends set her up, drop that below. Okay. We have conspiracy B. If you feel that it was a true accident and that Kenneka walked into that freezer on her own and just so happened to lose consciousness from the medication and the alcohol and could not get herself out, and that's what transpired, then you do B in the comment below. We have conspiracy C, that the hotels, the corners, the police, and I'm going to add security as well, had any type of foul play to do with this case at all, whatever situation may be, whatever your thoughts is on those four. If you believe that conspiracy, drop C below. Or we have D, that she had been drugged and lured there. Now, again, Kenneka had no narcotics or controlled substance in her system. The medication that she had in her system was to treat epilepsy or migraine headaches. So if you feel like one of those, A, B, C, or D, is one of your answers, just drop that below, you guys. It was a good time in revisiting this case with you guys. I said before, justice for Kenneka, you know, although some people are thinking it's an accident, it's still justice for Kenneka. And that's exactly what her mother somewhat received. I read in a report, which I did not clip, that her mother actually won a lawsuit. Well, she filed a lawsuit with the hotel and the police, but she was granted, I believe it was roughly around $6.7 million from the negligence of this investigation. And again, a lot of this could have been avoided if they just did a thorough investigation, if they had more compassion, more sympathy, and just kind of weave through it like a real true investigation. But because they did not, it left so many things unanswered, and it left the mother in shambles about her daughter. So, and the fact that before the police had done their investigation, the hotel staff, should I say, did not fully search their own hotel, and they're having a part of the hotel open that is no longer working but allowed access to it. So if the freezer or the kitchen part is not available, it wasn't closed off as if it wasn't, so anyone could still access it. So the mother was awarded still $6.7 million after paying lawyer fees and paying court fees and everything of that nature. She received $3.7 million. So you guys, I want you to don't forget to hit the like button, share this video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel, Talk to Me Podcast 100. And remember, liking the video puts it in the algorithm so it can start flowing through so everyone can revisit this case and start trying to basically close off the justice for Kenneka. Thank you guys for tuning in, and you guys have a great day. Bye.